Broncos country, what's going on?
Stiddy party!
Yeah, we're going to have a Stiddy party, baby. Y'all get in here, smash that like, subscribe to Pro Football Hub. It's Strez over there. We got YouTube, we got Twitter cooking, we got Twitch cooking as well now, Strez. So hopefully we can get some people coming in from Twitch. But man, Strez, before we get into the game, man, overtime victory, man.
I mean, without stating the obvious, Bo Nix had a fantastic football game. Yeah. And I am fully confident after having watched him go toe-to-toe with the reigning MVP in the clutch, in the playoff, that he will be fine. He is our guy. He is the franchise. And it doesn't matter what Jarrett Stidham does this weekend and or in 2 weekends from now. None of that matters because it's Bo Nix's team, and your backup will be coming in to do whatever they have to do. But all that aside, I mean, the defense was not the usual version of the defense. Yeah. Like, typically they bend but don't break. They gave up 30 points. And typically they don't take the ball away. They had 5 takeaways. I'm like, what am I watching? Like, it was, going into games like that, I'm thinking to myself, like, if this is a track meet, I don't know if our offense is going to be capable of keeping up. Granted, I think our offense has been fine all year. They were averaging like 350 yards of total offense, like something like 23 points a game, 22 points a game. Like, they were playing good football this season, but I was like, if we get into a track meet with Josh Allen and James Cook, this is not going to be good. But the defense stepped up and took the ball away at a really high rate, so got to give them props for that.
Yeah, man. And it wasn't just like our star players making plays too, It was guys that you need to step up in order to put your team over the hump in a game like that. Jaquan, Devin
Jaquan, PJ Locke had that sweet interception deep in right after we threw an interception. So it was like the perfectly timed interception. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
And I agree with you, man. There's no quarterback controversy at all. If anything, man, this one's for Bo. This run left is for Bo. And it's got to be Jarrett Stidham has the opportunity to change his entire life. Because I think, man, if he balls out, he's going to get the opportunity, if he wants, to get traded to go start for another team somewhere. That's how I feel about it.
He'll have the choice of where he wants to go.
With this being a 1-quarterback draft?
I mean, and even that 1 quarterback is, I don't know. He looked awesome in the national championship game. I'm going to give that to Fernando.
That touchdown run was iconic.
That was iconic. And I was actually making jokes on the Water Boys a couple weeks ago. I'm like, what if Mendoza has his Heisman moment after winning the trophy? And it was just one of those like confirmation Heisman moments. Mendoza absolutely did it. But yeah, no, you're totally right. I think there's, several teams that are quarterback needy, and Jarrett Stidham right now, even before he even plays on Sunday, Jarrett Stidham could be a starter for 4 teams right now. So,
hey, this would be fun to just consider. If we go and win this Super Bowl, right? What's keeping the Houston Texans from saying, man, let's just bring this guy in? Forget CJ Stroud.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, but I don't know.
What do you think? What do you think a trade package would be?
Man, okay, if he wins a Super Bowl and is like one of the primary reasons,
like 240 a game, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, or maybe just 1.
I think you can get a second round pick. Yeah, I don't think there's any way you're giving up a first-round pick with that sort of sample size. But I think you could sneak in a second-round pick or something like that. Maybe we might have to give up a little bit to get that. But I could see it happening. I wouldn't trade him though if it was for anything. Um, well, I guess the lowest I'd take, depending on where it's at, would be a 4th round pick if he plays well. Um, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Depending if it's like early 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's interesting. And obviously, you know, like we're counting our eggs before they hatch. Like, you know, I think if you put a little bit of truth serum in the majority of Broncos country, I would venture to say that we obviously are supporting Jarrett Stidham. We obviously want him to do well. Do we feel confident that he is going to go out and light the world on fire? No, I don't think that that's the conversation that anyone has been having. I think what we're expecting from Stiddy is just like clean football, no negative plays, operate the offense.
Yes.
And the defense is going to have to play an A+ game. And I think that they can. I think they can, and I think they will. You know, especially losing their guy. Like you didn't just lose, you know, Pat Bryant or, I mean, we lost J.K. Dobbins, and even still, like this is a much bigger loss than any of that. Like this is your captain, this is your quarterback, this is the face of your franchise. Like this is one of those things that the whole team is going to like absolutely step up and go out there and do it for 10. I mean, they all talked about it on social media this week, so I would anticipate that. But as far as Jarrett Stidham is concerned, like I don't like the memes are fun. You know, I love that I don't know who the heck I'm talking to on Twitter at this point in time. But at the end of the day, like I think a lot of opposing fan bases and specifically Patriots fans are like taking this as in like we think that Jarrett Stidham is going to play just as good as Bo Nix, and like none of us actually think that.
No, I mean, if we needed Bo Nix, man, to win that shootout with the Bills, we needed him, man. But like you said, our defense needs to come to play and not just take the ball over, which hopefully they do that, you know, from Drake May, who's got smaller hands than Teddy Bridgewater.
He's going to throw a lollipop or two. I can feel it.
Yeah, let's hope so. But we actually need to force punts, man. That was inexcusable. I don't care if you're going up against the best offense in the NFL. With our defense, that is inexcusable not to force one punt.
Has a team in the playoffs specifically, has a team ever not forced a punt and won a playoff game?
That might be a good question for ChatGPT.
That's got to be one of the most rare things to ever happen in the NFL playoffs.
Yeah. Or it's like Drake May, can you fumble the ball however many times he has over the last few games? Like 7, 8, 9 times.
Yeah, it's a lot, plus a couple interceptions here and there. But I guess like, I mean, PJ Locke's interception, it was an arm punt technically. That interception in overtime from Jaquan McMillan was kind of an arm punt. You know, like it's a deep ball and you intercept it like inside your own 20, 10-yard line. Like it's kind of the same thing, but no, you're absolutely right. Like the defense cannot live on if we don't turn the ball over, they're going to score a touchdown. Yeah. So we better take this ball away. Like that's just like not a good way to live.
No, we can't. And I love what Quiet Money's saying right here. The table is set for this to be a Sean Payton legacy game.
100%.
And I believe it that he is pumped up because, again, this is why you trade for Jarrett Stidham as your first move with the Broncos, right? This is why you re-sign him, man, because you believe that you got an absolute steal. And it's clear he believes that he's a starting caliber player.
Completely. What was the order that it happened? Because it was Ben Powers, Mike McGlinchey, and Jarrett Stidham were the first 3 things that he did when he got here. What do you remember the specific order of those things?
I think Jarrett Stidham was the first one.
Was that the first thing that happened?
He wasn't traded for. He was just signed in free agency.
Yeah. I mean, Sean likes him. I think Josh McDaniels likes him. Which, I mean, Broncos fans hear that name and they're like, who cares? But, I mean, he's a good play caller. Like, he's great calling offenses. So I think there's a lot of teams out there that would have been like, yeah, Jarrett Stidham he's that guy. Like if you need a quarterback in any given situation, he's the perfect guy for it. He's like Chase Daniel.
Yes. And I think he's better than Chase Daniel too.
I would say that too. Dude, when he was at Baylor, just letting that thing fly, dude, it was awesome to watch.
And he's one of those guys too that, again, I think it's because of his draft status too, or his draft capital, 3rd round pick or 4th round pick, whatever. You're never going to be given like, the one up to win the job, right? You got to like play.
Yeah, you have to be perfect
than the guys ahead of you in order to get ahead.
Yeah.
But he's a guy that truly hasn't really, in my opinion, ever had a chance to show what he can do, because you've always had, like with New England, I think they brought in Cam Newton and got rid of Jarrett Stidham very quickly. Like they didn't even allow for there to be much of a competition at all. They just decided they're going to go with Cam Newton. Then in Las Vegas, of course, there was that Derek Carr contract and all that. And obviously he comes here to play back up to a, top 15 pick in Bo Nix. But yeah, he's never really had that opportunity.
First he came to back up Russell Wilson. I mean,
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
and big money deal right there too.
It was a big deal, and I think, it was funny because it was the same thing happened for him 2 years in a row, where he like played the last 2 games of the season because there was like an injury clause in the quarterback's contract. They didn't want the quarterback to get hurt, so they benched him in Vegas. And then they did the same thing in Denver with Russ. And it was like, if Jarrett Stidham's on your team, is that just a bad sign for like your future with that said organization? But no, I think going in, to his time with Bo Nix, he said it, I think maybe it was, I don't know if it was from the podium or if it was like more of like a interview with the camera. They said something about, or he said something about like Bo Nix is like, he's my best friend. So it's one of those things where it's like when your quarterback room is that close, like I have a good feeling that he's going to play well. Do I think he's going to go out and throw, go 70% for 240 yards and 2 touchdowns? Like, no, I would love to see that. I don't think that that's going to happen. But if it does, I will be very happy,
Mm-hmm. And even going back to some of his starting experience, I mean, with the end of that season, 2022, played very well against the Niners, played very well against the Chiefs. Those were some of the top defenses in the NFL at that time. I thought he played well. I remember his start against the Chargers.
Wasn't that the Super Bowl matchup that season?
Yes.
Chiefs, Niners?
Yeah, yes, it was.
Tough out.
I know, right? And then did he start against LA in Vegas? Was that
yes.
it in 2022?
Yeah, because the highlight tape said that I keep seeing is like so many passes to Jerry Jeudy. I'm like, man.
Jerry Jeudy, man.
What a world.
What happened to that guy?
What a world.
Pied Piper saying here, Stidham threw 2 TDs to Demaryius Thomas back in the day for the Patriots. That's maybe that's a good omen here. But I think Patriots fans, again, they just think that, oh, man, this guy couldn't beat out Cam Newton or whatever. What's he going to do against us, man? In Sean Payton's offense, and you were getting at this, Stress, it's not just about your ability to make plays when things break down. That's not what this offense is predicated on. It's your brain, dude.
Yeah.
And this guy's got the brain. If you can just
100%.
make the right decisions and not turn over the ball.
He's got 1 year on Bo Nix in this offensive scheme.
Yeah.
So, like, as well as we know that Bo Nix knows the offense because of what he's been able to do at the line of scrimmage this season, add 365 more days to that, and you've got Jarrett Stidham's time. So I think it's going to be huge. What's funny? Thinking about 365 days. A year ago tomorrow, you and I were doing postseason podcast talking about the future running back of the Denver Broncos. January 23rd, 2025, we were doing a postseason podcast talking about the future running back for the Denver Broncos. And today we are sitting here talking about the Broncos game this Sunday in the AFC Championship at home.
Yes. Did we bring up J.K. Dobbins in that video? Or is it just rookies?
We just talked about rookies. RJ Harvey's name didn't come up. We talked about Travion Henderson. We talked about Caleb Johnson. We talked about Quinshawn Judkins. We talked about Omarion Hampton. Bayshaw Tutin came up. Like, there was a bunch of names that were not even remotely close to being the pick that the Broncos made.
Man, I love that. Yeah. Life comes at you fast. And, oh, yes. Melman Connect saying, fun fact, the best Stiddy video is Broncos versus Cardinals, and that was against the ones.
Yes, it was. And apparently he also tore up the Packers and the 49ers in the scrimmages during those two joint practices, those 2 weeks. I was actually watching some of that game film from the Arizona game. You remember that play where Lucas Kroll was like so wide open in the side of the end zone? I hope Sean calls that again.
Dude,
not with Kroll, but someone.
Dude, I'm thinking Kroll might get activated for this one.
I feel this is going to be a big tight end game.
Yeah, I think it could. I threw Pat Bryant in my thumbnail for this one.
Saw that.
Because, dude, Pat Bryant looked like he was on his way to a legacy game as
3 straight targets to open the game.
Dude, and he was cooking.
2 of them were first downs, weren't they?
Yes.
Unreal. The 66% of his targets and catches were first downs.
So wear that Guardian cap. Wear the extremely large Ladd McConkey helmet moving forward, the bobblehead helmet. We can't have Pat Bryant go out anymore because I think it's going to make it tough for New England. Of course, you got Christian Gonzalez, but you can only put him on one guy, or that's Sutton. But when you got Pat Bryant, dude, that guy gets out of his break so quickly.
He is crisp.
He could really be the difference maker in this game.
He kind of talking about Demaryius Thomas, like having watched him for a full season, like Pat low-key reminds me of DT. You know, I don't think we've seen enough of him like attacking the football on, some of those go up and get it kind of plays. But I mean, he's a great route runner, very strong hands, very reliable. Not necessarily going to run away from you, but he actually might if you don't pay attention close enough. It's like that feels very DT to me.
Yes. And again, this is only his rookie year. I mean, we barely saw anything from DT his rookie year coming back from injury. But yeah, man, Pat Bryant, I think his ceiling still can be wide receiver 1 on this team. I still think he can. And he's got the opportunity, man, to go, make people seem silly for letting him fall all the way to pick 70. And I know at the beginning we're like, man, did we overdraft this guy? Did we reach on this guy? But
not at all.
Dude, he's been so solid, man. He's been one of the better rookie wide receivers this year.
I think we hit on all 3 of our first 3 draft picks.
I would like to see more of Barron, but with McMillan balling out, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you throw him in there when there's like a 2 tight end set and they're both kind of split out.
Yeah,
like that's what I mean, I think that there's a chance that if they wanted to have both of them on the field at the same time, you could put Barron in kind of that star role, let him kind of roam around a little bit. But also at the same time, like Talanoa Hufanga kind of does that. So it's like not, it's interesting. Yeah. It's a nice problem to have. No, I'm not going to lie.
With some of the guys on the Patriots stress, I'll segue with this. Pied Piper saying no Mac Hollins Sunday. I guess he didn't practice today.
I heard he was putting his cleats on in his locker.
Oh, okay. Today. Well, Pied Piper says he was a pain last year when we played the Bills in the playoffs. Dude, I hate Mac Hollins, dude. That guy, for some reason, he's like one of these Broncos killers, dude. I feel like he always has good games against us. And
every time,
dude, he looks so stupid walking into the stadium barefoot every single week, man.
Yeah, whatever. He drives me nuts.
I know, dude. I hope he doesn't play.
I'm pulling
up.
Are you
looking up the injury report right now?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now just to see what the official injury report was. Looks like Garrett Bradbury, their center, didn't practice.
Oh, wow.
It was an illness, so I don't know if he's going to be sick, going into
Stick
the
an
game.
IV in him, it'll be okay.
I mean, imagine being sick and then having to come play in 15-degree weather and a mile above sea level
against Sack Allen and company.
Yeah, good luck. Harold Landry didn't practice.
Okay.
Marte Mapu, I don't even know who that guy is. Did not practice. Carlton Davis was limited. Okay. Christian Ellis was limited.
Okay.
Is that a Jonah Ellis family member?
Yes.
That's
and for some reason I called Jordan Ellis Caden Ellis earlier.
Nice. Hunter Henry was limited Wednesday and today, but it's saying non-injury related rest.
Okay.
So Mac Hollins was limited today. Morgan Moses limited yesterday and today. No, not injury related rest.
Hunter Henry's another one of those guys that I feel like always plays well against us.
He does. He does. And then Travion Henderson dealing with a shoulder. He was a full participant.
Okay.
Joshua Farmer, full participant. Terrell Jennings, past concussion protocol. He was full participant. And then Robert Spillane, hand injury, full participant.
Robert Spillane, there. Alex Singleton.
Yep.
Yes.
So Mac Hollins was limited, which, I mean, limited can be one snap or 40 out of 42 snaps at practice, basically. Like that's the hard. I hate how they do it. I think the NHL is a little bit more vague in their injury stuff. It's like someone got their throat sliced open by a skate and they're like, it was an upper body injury. We're like, he bled out on the ice. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But the NFL is kind of like limited in practice. It was like, okay, he took pretty much every snap except for one. So it's hard to tell there, but I think we'll find out more. Well, I guess they'll travel tomorrow, so it's going to be difficult to even know.
Oh, have they decided they're going to come on Friday instead of Saturday now?
I haven't seen what their plan is, but I mean, tomorrow they'll probably do a walkthrough. So if they don't travel, it would probably be just a walkthrough. So I'm not entirely sure.
Interesting. Okay, I got to ask you this. Someone who is limited on our end, of course, 2 straight days, J.K. Dobbins. What do you see him suiting up? And if so, what do you foresee his role to be?
Yeah. I do see him suiting up. I think some of the people that I've seen that are like there for like the media availability portions of practice are saying that he's been moving around really well. Mm-hmm. So, it's a little nerve-wracking because he hasn't really taken any contact this week, but I'm sure he's been trying to create as much as he can, during like any sort of running back drills or anything like that, like just to kind of get his juices flowing, beat his body up a little bit. But I would think that he'll suit up. I don't see him being a scratch. And then, I think RJ Harvey will probably still get the bulk of the snaps, but I do think that JK will probably have. I mean, we can't have only 10 carries from our running back room this week. Like that can't be the case. So I would anticipate him having, maybe 10 touches.
Man, what if he gives us 50 yards on those 10 touches? Wouldn't that be fantastic?
That'd be great. 3 yards here, 3 yards there, 2 yards here, 4 yards there, and then a 26-yarder.
That's what we need.
Like that. That's kind of JK's game too. So that'd be sweet.
Man, we need this run game to really step up this week because, I like Jarrett Stidham stat line, like maybe 180 yards and a couple touchdowns or something like that.
Yeah, he can't be 81% of the offense like Bo Nix was last week.
No.
You cannot have your backup quarterback come in and either throw or run on 81% of your snaps. You just can't. You can't do that. No. Which I can't believe they did that with Bo Nix last week in the first place. But like, you just can't. You can't have that with Jarrett Stidham. So I think all hands on deck. Like RJ Harvey, Jaleel McLaughlin, J.K. Dobbins, if he is ready to go. Like they all need to bring it with them. Like it's going to be that game where your running back coach is going to look at you in the eye a little differently, walking out of the locker room, and it's going to be one of those games where it's like, hey, better button your chin strap a little bit tighter today, bud, because it's going to be, You're gonna get fed. We're gonna feed you a little bit. So that's what you want to see. And then, when you do that, it opens up what I think Jarrett Stidham is best at. I think he's great pure drop back, but I also think he's incredible out of play action drop back. Yeah. So I think, if you're able to establish any sort of run game at all, or even like just run it even when it's not working, you still are going to suck the defense up and get a chance to hit Pat Bryant or Marvin Mims or Cortland Sutton over the top somewhere.
And it's huge, too, that we're getting Luke Wattenberg back, not having to go to your third string center. That's awesome.
Thank God. Thank God. Mustford did a good job stepping in relief last week. I thought he did a great job, but it is tough having to go to your third guy. So, yeah, getting Wattenberg back is going to be a huge deal.
At home, all the calls are going to go great.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be no crowd noise. You've got your starting center in there. You've got your third year in the system quarterback behind him, how long has Jarrett Stidham been in the league? 8 years? 10 years?
I don't know. He's 29
It's
now.
not a full decade. Yeah, it's not a full decade yet. Probably
maybe 7 years or so.
7 or 8 years. So, he knows what he's looking at. Like, he's been in so many different quarterback rooms, learned from so many different coaches. Like, I'm not concerned about anything pre-snap this week. The only concerns I have is the post-snap stuff.
We just got to execute. Really, 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 really got to execute. Especially defensively, man. How do you feel about our defense matching up to New England compared to Buffalo?
They don't have James Cook.
No. And James Cook was the best running back in the NFL this year.
Yeah. And I think not having to worry about him is going to take some pressure off of your offense and some pressure off of your defense. But like what they've been doing at running back this season has been awesome. Like Ramondre has come in and has like played probably his best football in years this season. And then Travion Henderson is a home run hitter. Like he was my favorite running back in the draft, obviously. Go Buckeyes. Yeah. But, I think we have a really, really good run defense. And going up against Buffalo with James Cook and the size of their offensive line I was not excited about that piece. And so I think our run defense is going to come way back towards the mean this week. Which is going to be huge because you're going to then at that point, like you're going to put it in the rookie's or not the rookie's hands. I guess it's his second year. You're going to put it in the second year quarterback's hands in the third loudest stadium in the league. In a building that they have never won a game in the playoffs in. Broncos are 4-0 against the Patriots in the playoffs
Patriots
at home.
Seem like they don't care about that at all. Just because we got our backup quarterback.
Like it's always been. Brock Osweiler did it. Dude. Like, am I crazy?
Dude, Sam Darnold is one game away from going to the Super Bowl. And a lot of that has to do with him just playing at Seattle, man.
Yeah, 100%. And, you lean on your run game, you lean on your defense, and you don't take negative plays. And I think when you do all those things and you are able to slow down their run game and you make the young quarterback go out and beat you against a team that leads the league in sacks, against the team that leads the league in pressures, against the team that leads the league in quarterback hits, against the team that leads the league in quarterback hits from the defensive tackles. Oh, by the way, the reigning defensive player of the year is also on our defense. We currently have our defensive player of the year finalist on our defense in the pass rush.
Thank you.
Dre Greenlaw's in town now. Talanoa Hufunga's in town now. Like, I think if we can shut down their run game, we can get our run game going. The Denver Broncos can win this football game.
Yes. Will Campbell has given up 10 pressures over the first 2 playoff games. Now he's got to go.
I think it's something like 30% of it, passing snaps.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
Because they didn't pass it much last game. I mean, they
They
really
threw like 22 passes, I think.
Yeah. He's giving up pressures like crazy, and we got 4 guys, man, that can really get after it. So, I did want to get to this really quick. No excuses, boss, saying, why is Bo Nix not on IR? Does that mean something more? Strez, I've talked a lot about this. Where do you fall on this item?
It doesn't mean anything. I mean, why put the guy on the IR? He had surgery in Alabama on Tuesday. Like, he's not going to play on Sunday. You know, he's not going to come trotting out of the tunnel in the second half. Like, it means nothing. He won't be ready for the Super Bowl either.
You don't think so?
I don't think he will. I played on a broken ankle in college. Didn't know it was broken until the end of the season when I went home and got X-rays and saw how it healed. They're like, yeah, this was broken. It's painful. And if he did something bad enough to have surgery, and especially the way that Bo Nix plays football, like, no. Also, why would you want to rush him back?
Well, if that plate makes his ankle indestructible and it's just a little sore. My whole thing, too, is even if Bo Nix doesn't play for the Super Bowl and the Broncos advance, you leave him off of IR, and Sean Payton, you call your media buddies, and you start to speculate about a Bo Nix legacy game return, just like T.O. did. Granted, he had a few more weeks, I think, but playing on that broken ankle and have the NFC opponent have to game plan for 2 different quarterbacks.
Dude, what if, and hear me out, this is just, I'm dreaming here. We win this game. We go and play in the Super Bowl against the Seahawks. Let's just say that's who I think is going to win the NFC Championship anyways. And the Denver Broncos take the lead late in the fourth quarter. They're able to run the clock out. But Bo Nix is not on the IR, and he dresses out for this game. And he comes in to take the game-sealing kneel down.
Super Bowl
Confetti
MVP.
starts to fall. Bo Nix is walking off after keeping the football that he just knelt down for the season and the team that he helped lead to this point. It's not happening, but that's a cool dream.
Dude. I mean, it's fun to talk about, man. That's why we're fans. Now
it would be a cool story, you know, but I just don't see that happening.
Now the sports doctor, I'm forgetting his name, Dave something on KOA. He did say there's an outside chance he could come back with how simple the surgery was.
No.
Stress.
I have zero hope or belief in that.
Nothing at all.
Zero hope or belief in that. We could dream, like, it would be so cool, but I don't think that that's in the cards at all.
Well, I did put $5 down on him to become Super Bowl MVP just because of that rumor.
Hey, if it pays out,
$465.
There you go.
Ridiculous odds for a ridiculous comeback. That's what it would be.
I envision Bo Nix being on the sideline on a scooter with his foot in a boot in the warmest, sweetest looking Broncos sideline gear.
Yeah. But here's the
standing off to the side, just watching the game, listening to the play calls, and helping look at coverages on the iPad with Jarrett Stidham during the defensive drives. That's what's going to happen.
Now, this is a great point, too, by Piper, saying you can't hang out on the sidelines if he's on IR. So, yeah, you're just not going to dress him.
No, you want him on the field because he is your quarterback. He is your team captain. Like, you need him there on the sideline. He's not going to be in a box. Like, Izzy is going to be in a box. Like, that's...
Dude, if
she's gonna go and
box, he's not Bo Nix, man. Like,
no, that's not what Bo Nix... He's never... I don't think that has ever been who Bo has been. So, yeah, he's going to be on the field. I think he's going to be on a scooter with his foot in a boot, and he's going to be, wearing the warmest, nicest looking sideline gear. And, will he have any input on the play calls? Probably not. Sean is pretty close to the vest there, but I mean, Bo will be able to say, hey, I saw something that last drive. Let's think about this. Let's think about that kind of stuff. It's going to be great to have your starting quarterback on the sideline with your backup to like be like, hey, like here's this, and this. Think about this, and you've played so many games behind that offensive line, you kind of understand like, hey, Mike McGlinchey really likes to run his pass rusher way up the field around you. Make sure that if you step up in the B gap to the right, and those kinds of helpful tips. But no, yeah,
totally. And two, I mean, when you look back 10 years ago, Super Bowl 50, we didn't need above average quarterback play to get this thing done. You needed the defense to play above average, and you needed a good decision maker at the quarterback position.
Yeah. And
we got those two
CJ Anderson.
Yes. And home field. We got those
home field
three
was
ingredients.
Also helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think probably the biggest X factors right now, I think with the defense, I want to hear what you have to say about this, Strez. Dre Greenlaw, I want him playing more snaps than what we saw last week. And then I think probably the biggest factor on the offense, of course, outside of Jarrett Stidham, J.K. Dobbins. What does his utilization look like? What say you?
Yeah. I fully anticipate Dre Greenlaw having more snaps. I think last week he was on a bit of a snap count. First of all, just coming his first week back from injury, you're like, you know what? If we win this game, we're really going to need him in the AFC Championship game because he's played in conference championship games so often. Like this is, like it's that soundbite from where Talanoa Hufanga was mic'd up after the game-winning field goal goes in. He hugs the safeties coach. His name escapes me at the moment. He's like, this is why I came here. Yes. He's like, this is why I came here. This is why I came here. This is what I'm here for. It's Dre Greenlaw. It's the same way. It's the same thing. Same thing with Ben Powers. Same thing with Mike McGlinchey. Like the two of them have played in huge playoff games, up until, this point, so like we've got the playoff experience now, everybody on the team has a playoff win under their belt. This going into last week, pretty much the whole team had a playoff game under their belt, but now everyone on the team has a playoff win under their belt. You've got home field. I think, it's going to be huge. Dre Greenlaw is going to get a lot more snaps. And then on the other side, J.K. Dobbins. Yeah. Like I said, I think 20 snaps, maybe 17, 16 snaps, and potentially 10 touches. I could probably see like 6 to 10 touches. He'll probably land around 8.
I'll take whatever we can get from JK, man.
Yeah, but I think when he's in the game, like it makes the defense think something, they're going to have to think about something else because he's so good between the tackles.
Yeah. Dude, guys, we're getting back our offensive MVP for the first 10 weeks.
He played 10 weeks.
It's huge.
He played only 10 weeks and is still our leading rusher. Like he's done it everywhere he's been. So, I mean, he was 230 yards away from 1,000-yard season in 10 games?
Yeah.
He's special. He's spectacular.
And you can rest up that foot for 2 weeks if you get this victory. Again, I think it's pretty fast to see somebody return from a Liz Frank this quickly, but
it was. So what was it? It's been 9 weeks.
3 months ago.
Yeah, 9 weeks. How long was Bucky out? Because wasn't it the same thing?
Yeah, because
he came back strong.
I don't know if did Bucky Irving have surgery?
I think he had the same exact thing.
Yeah, because Bucky came back in season.
Yeah, he finished like the last 3 weeks of the season, and he came back strong. Like he had a decent ending to the season. It wasn't like first part of the season Bucky, but it was.
Yeah, we'll see how it all goes. Did you catch any of the sound bites from Milton Williams and Kayshon Boutte talking about our guys, Jarrett Stidham?
A little bit. I don't care about Boston sports, so I'm just like, anytime I see anything, I'm like, why is that here?
Dude, they're throwing shade at Jarrett Stidham, saying, obviously they didn't like him better than Bo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they didn't like him better than our 12th overall pick from the first round that everyone knew was going to be our starting quarterback day one. Big surprise. We're all shocked. Every single person is shocked that hears that. Like, wow, it's It's so silly.
This is a great stat. Patriots defense has allowed 1 TD in the last 25 playoff possessions.
Not impressed.
Dude.
Did you see the two offenses that they've played against?
Inept.
The corpse of Justin Herbert and whatever the hell it was that the Texans were trying to put on the field.
Dude, you win that game with Davis Mills. I'm still convinced.
You win that game with Jarrett Stidham.
Yes. Jarrett Stidham's not turned the ball over 5 times.
No, Jarrett Stidham is going to play the quarterback position better than CJ Stroud played it last week.
And maybe all season.
Potentially. He had some games.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't that just be crazy if he goes for like 4 touchdowns in this game, man? Just completely shocks us.
Dude, you saying the thing about him going to Houston is just so funny because I literally commented on a TikTok of somebody talking about this, and I was like, that's literally the Brock Osweiler path.
Right.
Like, he just goes there for $45 million and then doesn't do anything. Like, that's exactly what Brock did.
Yeah, I was just so shocked that, again, DeMeco Ryans being a defensive head coach, the identity of your team is, having the best defense in the entire NFL. Dude, who cares about a quarterback's feelings when you're playing that way, man? I would have pulled him at halftime. And he did a disservice to that defense.
Oh, agreed. I think
to do that.
It's happened a lot this season, and I don't think the whole blame is on CJ. I think Houston's offensive line is not good. There are moments where CJ is like getting touched as he's in his second step of his 5-step drop. Like, it's bad in that O-line. That ain't how it is in Denver. Like, that's not the O-line that the Broncos have. Same thing happened with the Chargers. Their offensive line is makeshift from what they started the season with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those two offensive lines are nowhere near the level of the offensive line play that you're going to get out of the Denver Broncos this weekend.
Yeah. And the comrade saying, I want Steve to absolutely annihilate this overrated Pats defense. Again, they've gone against quarterbacks that have just turned the ball over, man. Now, if Jarrett Stidham has 4 picks in this game, whatever, like, hats off to him, right?
That would be out of character for Jarrett Stidham.
Out of character for Jarrett Stidham, man. Like, yeah, I think the Patriots, man,
they have a good defense. Like, I don't think anybody's saying that the Patriots don't have a good defense. What I'm saying is that the offense that they're playing against this week is not the 2 offenses that they've played the last 2 weeks at home.
They're going to perform like a real offense.
Yeah. Like, the 2 games that they played were both in New England. This one is not. The 2 games they played were against offensive lines that were not good. This one is not. And this is all without even saying, like, there are 23 players other than the quarterback that will be on the field for 50-plus snaps. If all 23 of those players, of which there are like 7 All-Pros, if they all play an A game, the Denver Broncos absolutely have a chance in this football game. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that it just goes without saying. New England's 8-0 on the road, so there's that. Yeah, the Denver Broncos have won 15 of their last 16 home games. The Patriots have never won in Mile High. It's never happened in the postseason. So, like, we can throw those streaks out the window because none of that matters when we're in this position, because the same can be said on both sides of this argument. I think what's going to factor into this football game is going to be the Denver Broncos defense versus the Patriots offense.
Yes.
And I think the Broncos defense is a better unit than the Patriots offense is.
Yes.
I'm not going to say by a lot, but I'm going to say that if you had to pick two of these things to go, either of these 2 units in a who's a better unit, it would be the Denver Broncos defense. Maybe by 2 spots. Like, if you're ranking every team, like all 32 teams, offenses and defenses, so you've got 64 units to choose from. I think the Denver Broncos are a few spots ahead. The Denver Broncos defense are a few spots ahead of the Patriots offense. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to say.
I don't think it is either, man. The mailmen connect again. Another fun fact, Vegas is slowly believing the Broncos can win this game. They opened up as a 5.5-point dog, and now it's dropped to 4.5.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I saw they opened up at 4.5, and then it went to 5.5 immediately, and now it's back down to 4.5. That really all that just means is that money is going in one direction.
Yeah. But here's the thing, man. The one victory I'll really give New England credit for is when they went into Buffalo and beat the Bills.
Huge
That was
win.
awesome. Yeah, that was awesome.
And I think beating the Texans is also a good win. Like you made their offense look silly. Like we're not saying like it's a bad thing that you played against bad offensive lines, bad offenses. Like you played the way you should. You got a bunch of sacks. You got a bunch of takeaways. That's not the offense that the Denver Broncos have. Like that's just it's a different offense.
Yeah, they haven't faced a team like us yet. They haven't. Haven't. And
even not the Bills because we beat the Bills. So like, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a fun matchup. This is the one that everyone was looking for all season long. It was Drake May, Bo Nix were on a collision course. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Bo play in this game, which is just really sucky.
Because he's playing like the best quarterback in the draft.
I think he has like the number 3 passer rating or quarterback rating. What I don't know. Remember which one it is. It's not passer rating. It's QBR. Of quarterbacks in the playoffs was Bo Nix.
Dude, he was such a playoff riser last week, man. That was just so satisfying to see.
It was unbelievable to watch.
There's no questions left, man.
Yeah, it was unbelievable to watch. And I still think it's hilarious that he got a playoff win before Justin Herbert. And if Jarrett Stidham goes out and wins this week, I'm never letting Chargers fans hear the last of it.
Oh my God, dude. Conrad is roasting the Patriots fans. He's saying, in that 8-0 on the road, the Jets, Bengals, Ravens, Bucks, Titans, Saints, Bills, and Dolphins, one of those teams is even worth mentioning. Yikes.
A team that we also just beat.
Yeah, exactly. Now, depending on when they got that victory over the Bucks, it could be decent. But the Bucks, man, they just...
Yeah, they were probably the most shocking fall off this season.
Yeah.
It was the Ravens. I wasn't surprised when the Ravens fell off when Lamar got hurt.
No.
But the Bucks, their fall off was just astronomical.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've wanted to talk about. Oh, dude, Marvin Mims.
Oh yeah.
Can we make this guy a priority in the game planning? Because
he is such
plays.
Big game baller, dude. That's just what Marv does. I'm thinking about the Monday night game against the Bengals last season. Like when we needed scores, what happened? Marvin Mims.
Dude, that clutch catch over the shoulder.
It was unbelievable. And I think that play where he caught it right at the front of the end zone, first of all, dot from Bo Nix. Just another perfect pass for a touchdown. Should have had 4. Little Jordan Humphrey will forever be on my list because of that. But that was a dot from Bo and the catch from Marv to get his feet in and then get freaking like almost a spinal tapped from that handle on that camera equipment was just...
No,
I was like, what did he hit? When he landed, he was like in so much pain. I was like, did he like scorpion himself? Did he like bend weird? And then they played the slow-mo replay from like the other direction. I was like, oh, dude, that looks so painful.
I know. He definitely had a bruise after that.
Oh, yeah. He got up and walked away, so he got up and got a pass interference to win the game. So
a rightful pass interference, by the way.
Yeah, he was tackled. Like the ball was like 12 feet away and he was getting tackled.
Yeah, he was just... Yeah.
The first one against Cortland Sutton, I could see a gripe there, but Joey Bosa literally hate crimed Bo Nix on that play, so we would have been 2 yards shorter.
It was
no difference.
And that was definitely a penalty on Joey Bosa. So
100%.
I don't know why Bills fans just think that penalties shouldn't count once you reach overtime. It's such a very strange way to think about the game. I don't know if you saw this. Brandon Cooks was on Good Morning Football this morning.
Dude, I posted about it on Twitter today. I was like, dude, you didn't even think it was a catch when it happened. What are you talking about? Like you rolled over and thought it was an incomplete pass. You didn't even realize that Jaquan had caught the ball. I was like, there's no way that you actually believe the words you're saying.
I know, dude.
I don't know. Did you see that press conference?
Oh, dude. Yes.
Oh my God.
What a mess. What a mess.
What a mess. They need to put a muzzle on that dude.
Dude.
Is that their owner or their?
Yeah, it's their owner. It's
dude,
their owner.
Muzzle that man. That was so bad.
I know. He's basically saying
he was like going against his words the entire time.
I know. And he's just like, yeah, so we didn't really want Keon Coleman, but hey, he's under contract now for, 3 more years, 2 more years, whatever it is.
Just a bizarre. It's crazy what the Broncos have done to teams this year, man.
I know, dude. Break them, dude. Sean McDermott getting out there and blaming the refs was
such loser behavior, dude.
I know, dude. I don't even think Nate Hackett ever blamed the refs here, man. Like,
well, I mean, did he have any blame to place on anybody?
Not, he didn't give enough hugs to everybody on the team. Dude, by the way, you see that Broncos are 4-0 with this ref crew at home.
Oh, I don't really care about that piece.
Yeah.
I went through and searched because you can like search your profile, and I looked up the words refs, referees, and officiating. And since my account was created in 2011, I have tweeted about officiating a total of like 17 times between 4 sports.
Good for you, Stress. Good for you.
So I have just never been the kind of person that's like, it was the referee's fault, because the way, like, I played for 17 seasons. Like, if you are playing at a level in which the referees, a one call from the referee can determine the outcome of the game, you probably didn't deserve to win the football game in the first place. No. Like, never, ever, ever put it in the referee's hands. You should take care of business on the field so that if a ref makes a dumb call, it doesn't affect you.
No. This is a good question here from BK. What are your thoughts on the coaching hires, new era of coaches, out with the old, in with the new? I think VJ is gone. A lot of vacancies, Card's still waiting for him. Yeah, what do you think about all that?
Yeah, I think Vance Joseph absolutely is going to end up at the Cardinals, which is such a funny like coaching career for him over the last like 8 years, to be the Broncos head coach, get fired, go be the defensive coordinator for the Cardinals, get rehired by Denver to be the defensive coordinator, and then eventually take a head coaching job at the Arizona Cardinals. Like, it's such a weird coaching path for him. But John Harbaugh in New York, like, whatever. You're going from Hall of Famer Lamar Jackson, Hall of Famer Derrick Henry, to freaking Jackson Dart and Cam Scattered-Brains. Like, that's a big old drop-off. I feel bad for what that team is about to experience.
Oh, man. I'm happy for Giants fans.
I don't think they did. Brian Daboll's probably going to get the Bills job.
Yeah.
I really think they're bringing him back in. I don't know what's going to happen. Mike McDaniel feels like
he went to LA as the Chargers OC.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Did that happen today?
Happened yesterday, I think. And then Mike Minter.
I saw Jesse Minter got that job at
Minter, yeah.
Yeah, he got the job at Baltimore, which is exactly where Baltimore needed to go. They needed to go. No, you're right. I do remember seeing that the news about Mike McDaniel, because I saw Robbie from Let's Talk Broncos. He like made a joke, and then that news dropped. He's like, crap. I was like, yeah, that sucks.
I think this is hilarious. Kevin Stefanski goes from one mess at the quarterback position to another mess in Atlanta with Kirk Cousins and Michael Penix.
Man, I just watched some highlights of Michael Penix beating Penn State when he was at Indiana today. He's got it, man. Like, he just needs someone that's going to be able to coach him. But speaking of Atlanta, I would be okay with Raheem Morris coming in and being our defensive coordinator if VJ leaves.
Be freaking awesome. Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm leaning.
Is who I'd want.
Yeah, Jim Leonard. I mean, if he doesn't get a DC job somewhere else and we can keep him in the building, would be awesome, just because he knows the guy. He knows the personnel. But I really like Raheem Morris, and I think what he would be able to do with the guys that we have that are pass rushers would be spectacular to watch. Sensational.
I wonder where Sean McDermott's going to end up at.
I don't know. I feel like this is one of the things that I get annoyed by every time that there's coaching carousels, that it happens in the NHL, it happens in the NFL. kind of happens in the NBA sometimes, but the MLB, it's a totally different ball game. Like, it's just everybody just switches seats. It's like, hey, they got fired for a reason. Like, maybe take a year off and go bring in someone new and aspiring that is like showing a lot of promise. Like, maybe try something else. So I don't know. Maybe Sean McDermott just needs some time. After the years, like the last 5 years in Buffalo specifically, like, it might be good for him to take a year off. Like, him specifically.
Yeah, because when you're blaming the rest, dude, that's such a bad look. Like,
It really is.
It just shows that you don't want to take any accountability for your team
and your quarterback's performance.
Yes.
Like, that was Josh Allen's worst game in 3 years. Just like boneheaded decision making, not taking care of the football. It was quintessential early season early career Josh Allen.
And it's his fault too, because he should have just taken it to halftime, man. Should have just taken it to halftime.
That was unbelievable. And I mean, that was, instead of being 7 points, it was a 10-point thing. And yeah, it was just boneheaded mistakes there. And I don't know. I'm honestly like over talking about the Bills and like all of those calls and everything, and have really just like,
I've lost a lot of respect for Bills fans.
I have too. And that was one of the fan bases that I was like, I really want them to win one soon.
I know. And now, dude, it's just,
now I'm just like, you guys don't know the rules of football. I don't think you should win one.
Yeah, exactly. BK saying you don't get the Leonard hype. Hey, go look at what he did at Wisconsin. I think that is nothing short of miraculous with the roster that they had. So
yeah, when he had some fantastic game plans against the Ohio State Buckeyes whenever they would face off against each other. So, I mean, if you can game plan against that offense at Ohio State with the weapons that they constantly have, you could probably do it at the pro level.
Yeah, and I'll say this, man. I think that talking about, I mean, Davis Webb is getting head coaching interviews and stuff like that, but I think Jim Leonard's a little bit more proven than Davis Webb is right now. Like,
I agree.
To be honest. So we'll see what happens. I'd like to keep Jim Leonard around, but you never know. Yeah, let's see. All right, should we get to score predictions here and we can wrap up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Dude, what's your score prediction for this game? How do you see it unfolding?
Man, I don't even know. What's the under?
Is it like 43 points or something like that?
I am like not even sure what the under is for this one.
Let me pull up ESPN.
That's the wrong app.
I don't think it's very high.
42.5. That's actually higher than I thought it would be. Really? I thought it would be like a 39.5, 40.5 type thing.
ESPN has,
I don't know,
New England at 59.1, whatever.
Weird. Yeah, I've got. I think the Broncos can do it. I'm going to take the Broncos 23-21.
Ooh, okay. 23-21. I'm going with 24-17, man. 24-17. And I think we get a special touchdown, whether that's on defense or special teams. This would be a great time for Marvin Mims to have his first return touchdown of the season.
Yeah, well, they also have a fantastic punt return unit. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. I think I forget the guy's name that returns their punts for them, but he's like tied for first in the league on average per return, and Marvin Mims is third. So they're like right there with each other, which is just awesome. So we're going to have to cover our butts off on punt.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do.
Just don't punt. And if you do
just
punt,
score
just like Crawshaw, just crush it.
Drive.
Like, dude, I'd be fine with the touchback instead of.
I think Super Chicken's trolling us because do you know Chris Harris was undrafted? It doesn't matter what your draft capital is. Once you hit the field,
Philip Lindsay was undrafted.
Dude, Jaquan is an elite slot corner. And he's
just undersized.
Yeah, I think he's played the best year of his career this year, too. Like, hats off to him. We're stacked at secondary, man.
Yeah.
You love it. Man, I'd love to see Mims bulk up and convert to right. No, man, we just need to throw him the ball more. That's
He's
how I
so
feel about it.
fast. I don't want him to gain 20 pounds.
No, I don't want him to take that punishment, man. Get him the ball downfield. You see what happens when you throw the ball downfield?
Also that comment kind of rubs me the wrong way because it makes it seem like playing running back is easy. It's not. It's hard. It's a hard position. You get hit so much. You get hit the most often and the hardest on the field. And you also have to understand fronts, protections. You have to know exactly which linebacker you've got to pick up. And then also you have to carry the ball.
Dude, I don't want Marv
the actual
pass
job
protect.
of the running back.
I don't want Marv pass protect. Hell no.
He's
man.
too much of a weapon to not use in the passing game. Dude, I do like it when they line him up like in the pistol.
Yoked. He was yoked. He was a physical specimen, Cordero Patterson, man.
Yeah, he was. He won me some fantasy games back in college. But yeah, I think 20, what I say 23-21. I'm not confident in that pick, but I feel like we could do it.
24-17. All right. Well,
dude,
I know BK. We never use him that much. We'll use him even less as a running back. Going, with Sean
especially
Payton,
especially in the Sean Payton offense. I just think, final thought from me, like Broncos fans, like we should be enjoying this. Like, especially this game, we are playing with house money. Like we lost our quarterback. No one's expecting us to win this football game. We're playing with house money. Like, I think the Broncos fans, we need to really just like enjoy this. Like, don't get overworked up watching the game on TV like me. I would love to live stream and do like a watch along at some point, but I can't. I will get kicked off YouTube for what I would say during that watch along. But like, and just enjoy it. Like,
yeah,
we're in year 2 of this rebuild, and we're already in the AFC Championship game. We've won 15 games this season. Like, do we realize that?
A lot of people don't know. Apparently, Grok doesn't know.
Grok also is very algorithm trained and caters to who is asking the question.
Grok is also a Nazi, but that's another
Grazie. So yeah, I think Broncos fans need to just like enjoy this. Like sit back, watch the football game. It's the Broncos are playing in the AFC Championship. It's at home. Like we won 15 games this season. We have won 25 games in the last 2 years. Like you've watched the Broncos win 25 football games in the last 2 years. Like we need to be enjoying this. Like we're ahead of schedule. Bo's going to be healthy and he's going to be in year 3 next season. Like whatever happens on Sunday happens. Just enjoy it. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, these guys are going to play their most focused, complete game of the year. I believe it, man, because everybody has to do their job and lock in if you're going to win with the backup quarterback, man. Everybody has to play their best. And being at home, dude, everybody else is healthy. All the things are lining up.
Yeah. And I think
not only us to punch, but to counterpunch and KO.
Yeah. The war of attrition, like the fact that we're winning that at this point is like, especially from the team that like had the most guys on IR 4 years ago. Like the fact that we like every single person on our active roster practiced today, except for the quarterback who just had surgery, is miraculous.
I know. That's what happens when you don't have an electrical plant next to Dove Valley like the Niners do, right?
Yeah, sure.
Have you seen all that?
Yeah, it's so stupid. But I get it. Niners fans have to figure something out. Like they've had so much go wrong for them over the last decade.
Wait, Super Chicken, why are you trolling with J-Mac? Anyways, thank you for the kind words. We got the full cap next year. But let's capitalize on this moment, man. And yeah, we will feel spoiled rotten. But the only way to fully feel spoiled is coming off of a Super Bowl championship. That's what we need. So, yeah, all the Bo detractors are dead, dude. They got nothing to say.
He shut them all up last week.
Yeah. Well, Stress, thank you so much, man. I'm glad we've been able to get back on and do these again on Thursdays. So this has been fantastic. We'll be talking next week and hopefully previewing the Super Bowl. That would be freaking awesome if the Broncos advance. And guys, I'm going to be live streaming. I will live stream throughout the game, so be sure to tune in. If you cannot bear the voice of Tony Romo anymore, I'm not much better, but I'm at least
Aren't we
not
undefeated when they call the games this season?
We might
like
be,
every
man.
CBS game that we've had that Tony Romo and Jim Nantz have called, we've won.
Man, maybe, dude. Tony Romo's unlistenable, man.
It's gotten really bad.
He's so bad, dude. And Tom Brady's gotten so good. I love listening to Tom Brady now. I think he's been.
I don't. He has youth pastor voice.
You know what, he kind of does.
him and Tim Tebow. I'm like, I can't listen to you guys talk. I can't.
Man, that's pretty funny. All right, Broncos country. Be sure to smash that like. Leave your score predictions below in the comments about what score the Broncos are going to win at. Patriots fans, get ready to rumble. Go Buffs. I mean, go Broncos.